Hey guys, Marsinger here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And so today I'm going to do a showcase that I did mention in a previous video that I was going to do at some point, which is showing off the new EZA God Goku over on the Vegeta and Trunks team. Because he is on their 200% leader skill, because most Gokus are on Bond of Parent and Child, and then their extra 30% is for Battle of Fate, which this God Goku is on. So it's the only good trade-off for him not being considered a movie hero, because he's from the series, like the Dragon Ball Super version of Battle of Gods. So Battle of Fate is a category that, apart from, for some reason, the superhero movie units, you only get if it's from an arc in the series and not from a movie. So by God Goku having that category, it means he's getting the full 200% leader skill on the Vegeta and Trunks team. Now, the downsides of running him on this team, and it is minor, but we'll see how it affects his numbers as we play through the stage, is obviously for him to get his full passive, he needs to have 5 other Pure Saiyan or Hybrid Saiyan allies. And because of the way Dokkan does their categories, Vegeta and Trunks are not on either of those. I know people have said before, Legends, they would be on both categories, which would be much better if Dokkan would do that, right? Like, Joined Forces cards in general would be so much better if they had the categories of, like, both the characters. But obviously they don't count. So Goku doesn't count for himself either. So you can see on this team, we have Pan, we have the Gods, we have Majin Vegeta, and we have the Kid Gohan. So we have 4 other Pure Saiyan or Hybrid Saiyan allies, which means that we are getting 44% attack and defense and 4 extra ki. So we're only missing out on like the one of each buff, right? 1 ki and 11% attack and defense. So it's not the end of the world. Now Vegeta and Trunks, because they are also superheroes characters, and then of course they are on Bond of Parent and Child, they get the full support buff from this Imp Pan. So she is very, very good on this team. So Goku starting off with 257k with the support from Pan, like before getting any super attacks off. Remember, he's greatly stacking his attack and defense for 5 turns on super attack. So 9.3 on the first turn. I mean, we've seen previously with him linked up with the Gods with Pan. On the first turn, he's putting out over 10 mil, but getting fairly close is still pretty good considering he is missing that one part of his passive. He dodges the super attack as well, which we love to see. And then Vegeta and Trunks, unfortunately no 18 key super for them. But so Pan's going to finish off Cell here. But yeah, obviously Vegeta and Trunks' team, the category is huge. And is, you know, most of the units on Bond of Parent and Child are, you know, Pure Saiyan or Hybrid Saiyan characters. So this is just one of many ways you can build the team in order to get Goku's passive as much as you can on this particular team build, right? Because as we've already said, you can't get the full buff on this team. Technically, you'd have to run a different leader, and there are combinations where you could run like a different unit as your leader and then Vegeta and Trunks as the friend. But if you want to get like the full 200% team build with them, I do think he's still pretty good under this setup, because 11% attack and defense and then 1 ki, it's not making a huge difference. Obviously, if you were running him on a team where you had like 1 other ally or something, then we're going to see considerably less numbers. Obviously this team, because it features basically every Goku and Vegeta, at least under the 170 part, there are obviously various units that you can bring to pick up the God links for God Goku. Because the one downside to this team, and I know it's a lot of people's criticism of Vegeta and Trunks and just their team build in general, is that they kind of have to be in slot 1, right? So both rotations have a Vegeta and Trunks in slot 1. And God Goku does only share 2 links with them. So if you want to optimize him on this team, then you obviously want to bring characters that have those God links and have them floating in slot 3. But he can still be very useful to bring anyway, right? Because his main draw is going to be that defense from the dodging. So he's obviously still able to do that, even though he's got slightly less defense and slightly less attack from the way you've built the rest of the team. And he will still be fine. I think I should... How are these going to drop down? I think I might just sacrifice the 18 key super with Vegeta and Trunks to make sure we can actually get a super with Gohan. Because Gohan on this team is only getting the 170 lead. So obviously we need him to super attack as much as possible for him to get his stacks in. And of course he's providing 58% defensive support to everybody on the rotation, which just makes these guys even more powerful. Like once God Goku starts getting a few super attacks off against most of these bosses, he's still going to tank their normal attacks for double-digit damage, even if he doesn't dodge. So the main thing you want from him once he starts getting built up is just to make sure he's dodging the super attacks, which, you know, he has the 50% rate plus whatever you have given him in the hidden potential system, and then he should be looking very good. So this rotation, okay, yeah, there's a pretty good setup here. Vegeta's being attacked once. I think we could probably get away with just giving him... I was going to say we can get away with giving him 3 orbs because he only needs the extra defense, but then he doesn't get a super attack. Because unfortunately he is not a superheroes character, so he does not get any support from Pan. So obviously Pan, probably one of the top units you could pick to replace with somebody else, right? Bring a different support unit that's going to benefit everybody on the team. I mainly just picked her because she does give the Vegeta and Trunks that full buff, which, you know, if you're going to have them on both rotations, even if she's only supporting them, she's still supporting this other rotation. And then, of course, on the opposite one, she's supporting both them and God Goku, so it enables them to... Because we know Vegeta and Trunks are obviously a very, very good unit anyway. You throw a 50% support on the rotation with them, and yeah, obviously they are able to do very, very well. So Majin Vegeta coming in clutch gets the additional super, because he raises defense on his super attack. So with the extra defense we got from the 3 orbs, he's got damage reduction because there's a Trunks on the team. So obviously he's perfectly fine to tank all the incoming hits. The only, I guess, major weakness in the team is going to be Pan, if she doesn't get her dodges off, especially when it comes to super attacks. But that's kind of just the risk you have to take when you run units who completely rely on they either dodge or they get killed kind of strategies. So, hello Pickles. So far, I think the last couple of days I haven't done a single video that hasn't had a Pickles cameo, but I know you guys appreciate it, so we'll go ahead and fuse with the gods here. If we get the... try and get as many rainbow orbs as we can to get them extra dodge, but as long as they're getting their super attacks off, their defense gets pretty high. We try and get some rainbow orbs for them so they can dodge. And then they should be looking okay here. I think the gods are still really, really good. I've seen some people start to underrate them a bit lately, but like Movie Heroes has gotten so much support, and they have so many units that you can run them with, who are incredibly good, that yeah, I think they're still in a very good spot, right? Like we can get the 18 key super, so we can't get any rainbow orbs, but I don't think he's going to live to the end of the turn, to be fair. So the gods, if he's still alive by the time it gets to the point where the gods are attacking, they should finish him off. So let's see see what we can get from God Goku. Now we've got his God links active. This is what, his 3rd super? So we should still see the raise on his attack. What have we got this turn? Yeah, so now we break the 10 mil mark, which with no support, it's pretty good, right? You can see there's a significant difference once you get those attack links active for him. And then look at that, he comes through with the crit. Doesn't get the dodge though, so let's see. His defense should be pretty high now after getting the stacks. Still 210k, okay. So still a pretty decent amount of damage from the super attacks here. But as I already said, that's kind of where the only real place he's going to take damage, right? Once we start getting these super attacks off. All the normal attacks will take double digits, but of course, typical, the one attack you need to dodge is going to be the super attack, so... right, let's see. So we can get the 18 key super for you. Can we get 6 orbs from Majin Vegeta? Yes, we can. And then we can't get AGL orbs, but we can get the orbs for Gohan's super here. I think Cell, can he still be stunned in this phase? Because we could actually just stun him with Kid Gohan, which would be pretty good. One of the reasons why I like running Gohan on the team, he does need a while to build up to where he can tank attacks reasonably well, especially because he's only getting the 170 lead, but he does have that active skill in his back pocket that gives you the heal. It gives everyone on the rotation a defensive buff, and it gives him guard for the turn as well, so making it even less likely that he's going to be the one that lets you down in the rotation. And, you know, he stacks defense, but using him as a floater, he's obviously getting off less attacks than he would normally. So you do want to hope for additional supers with him, but obviously he can be very, very useful, especially on this rotation. Like, we got the 6 orbs from Majin Vegeta, and he's getting all that defensive support from Gohan. So he shouldn't take damage. I kind of want him to get supered here, just to see how little he would actually take, but of course he doesn't. Gohan might actually still die if he gets super attacked by Cell. But, I mean, I think you can see, like, God Goku has done pretty well on this setup. So, yeah, we're still taking damage from normals. I think if he... Okay, good, no super. I think we're going to get low enough that we should just be able to get the active skill with him on the next turn. So, let's go ahead and do this. Do I want to get... Yeah, we'll grab those for you, why not? And then... Just get these, drop all these greens down into the middle. Pan could still be a bit of a liability here, but now both of these guys have their 50% support from her. So if Vegeta and Trunks actually get off their additional attacks, we should see a very strong turn here. I say, and then we get an additional normal with no crit, and then another one. Good times. And then Cell gets the heal. Alright, Goku, what have you got on this turn? We're lacking the God links, but we got 50% support. So you can see the difference. Like, he gets so much extra attack from his links that with the gods in slot 3 and then no support, he's putting out a higher attack stat than with a 50% support unit in slot 3. And then he eats the super again. Okay. 263. And then dodge the normal attack to follow it, of course. Eat the super, dodge the normal. That happens so often now, it's almost getting beyond a meme. Oh, and then Pan gets the stun. Nice. Okay. Alright, so that does actually work out quite nicely for this turn with him being stunned, because now we can go ahead and we can fire off... Actually, I guess there's no point using the active skill with Trunks and Vegeta, is there? Because it buffs everybody's defense on the rotation, but we're not going to get hit, so we don't need it. So we'll do this, and then I guess we'll just grab these for the gods, because there's no way we're not finishing off Cell this turn now, with all of this firepower on the rotation. He's stunned. Is Gohan going to be in slot 3 on the next turn? I think we actually might have gone above the HP threshold for his heal. Actually, no, we're at about 50%. I think we are actually still at a good rate to use it. And then we can make the next turn, the last turn. I hope he does have his, because I want to see Goku should be pretty much fully built up with his stacks. So with that support from Gohan and then his active skill on top, it'll be interesting to see what Goku's defense is. Because the gods should get their guaranteed additional super here, so with type advantage on top, they should be, yeah, finishing off Cell nice and easy with the additional super here. And then we'll see what God Goku is looking like. If we can use both their active skills, that would be very good. Get the buff from Vegeta and Trunks and Gohan. Are we low enough for that? I don't actually know. Oh, we are. Okay, so right, let's use Vegeta and Trunks' active skill first. So this is obviously going to do some damage to Cell, and then we get the defensive buff for the entire rotation. We have to make sure we use this one first, because I think we don't have a rotation of future Saga allies. I can't remember exactly what the condition is, but I know we're able to use it here because of our HP threshold. So if we use Gohan's one first and then heal, we might not be able to use it. I think they have a turns past one as well, so we might have still been able to use it, but... so they get the crit. So what does that put Goku up to now? 474k. And now we'll use... We don't need to watch Kid Gohan's one. Let's just use Kid Gohan's active skill. So we get the heal. So he's now got guard. Everybody else gets a defense buff. So yeah, Goku's now at 553k. And remember, he's going to greatly raise defense on his super attack. So he doesn't get any... links with Gohan. That's crazy. Despite being a Goku, they don't have any links together. So we'll go ahead and do this, and then watch him not dodge. Get the Dokkan attack, hopefully get that crit. Because this is turn 10, this is the last turn. There you go. I was going to say, this is the last turn we get his full passive. So he dodges the type disadvantage super attack, that's what we like to see. And then, what is his attack stat here? 8.7. So let's see if we can get that 50% chance to crit. Because mine has no crit in his passive. He literally just has the 50% from his I said passive, didn't I? But 50% from his passive. He has none in the hidden potential system. So there's a coin toss, basically. And there you go. He gets the crit. 12.3 million. That's pretty good. Especially crits coming in handy when you're fighting against a physical enemy. So, yeah, there you go. That is God Goku on Vegeta and Trunks' team. Obviously, he doesn't hit the same kind of numbers that we see him hit on some of the other teams, but I think you would agree that he is still pretty good on this setup. So, I'm definitely very happy with the numbers and everything that we saw. Whilst it's not his optimal performance, it's still another solid team that you can run him on. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. Let me know what you'd like to see from the Resurrection of F Blues team build. Like I said, I'll probably do Red Zone Gammas, but if you have any ideas for the team build or the stage that you want to see, let me know down below. And if you have them yourself, let me know how you've been enjoying the EZA of Goku. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.